there, and welcome to Becoming Natural. I am Victoria Ray, a board-certified holistic health practitioner and expert in the areas of mental wellness and nutrition. And this is my first video recorded podcast. So if you have been listening to the podcast for a while, welcome back, and welcome to the first video one. If this is your first one, then welcome overall. And hopefully this is good. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I also haven't recorded a podcast in about a year and a half, almost 2 years actually. Reason being is I moved really far. I moved on the other side of the planet. So it's been an adventure. It's been very fun. I have traveled so much. I feel like that's all I've done is travel, which is awesome. It's great. But I just haven't recorded a podcast. So I'm really glad to be doing this. It's nice to be back and trying to do it in a little bit of a different format. Just have a video this time. So now you can watch me tell you things instead of just listen to me tell you things. You gotta listen and watch. So I'm in Australia now. I came here from the USA and it's been good. It's been sunny, but it's been winter for me, so I haven't been outside very much. As you can tell, I'm a little bit unsun-kissed at the moment. If you are watching the video, you can see and you'd be like, oh yes, some outside time would do you good. And yes, it actually would. That's what we're going to be talking about today, is outside time and why it's good for you and why you should be getting vitamin D from the sun. So we're just going to talk about vitamin D, what it is, why it's important, because it is so important, you guys. Not just for, your emotional well-being, but also physically. It has a big, big role. So first thing I want to do is ask you how much time you spend outside. Like actually outside in the sun, not covered up in your jacket, your jumper, your sunscreen, all of that. Just raw sunshine. How much of that do you get? It's like Dora the Explorer here. I can't actually hear you, but you just have to say it out loud to the TV. And then I say, great, right. Just kidding. No, but I do want you to think about that, how much time you actually get in the sun without blocking those rays, because that is the main way that your body produces vitamin D, is through the sun, through getting those rays into your skin. And a lot of us don't really get that much time. If you're like me, you might think you're getting enough sun exposure by spending a little bit of time outside. But if it's cloudy where you live, rainy, cold, maybe you're not getting enough of that. Maybe your job's inside. My job's inside. I am currently inside right now. I do spend a lot of time inside, as most of us do. So unless you're working outside in the sun, you're probably not getting enough. Even if you live in a really, really, really sunny place like Florida or Australia. Well, parts of Australia, not where I'm at. It's a bit cloudy and rainy. That's right. I do like it. It's very pretty. I've never lived anywhere where it's rained so much. It's taken some getting used to, but it's all good. It's all good. But seriously, most people are very deficient in vitamin D because we're not outside. We're not getting that sun exposure. We're not, taking that in from this big, amazing thing. There's a spider on my ceiling. All right. We're just going to ignore that. That's fine. Anyways, yeah, that guy. He should go outside. I need to go outside. He needs to go outside. We all need to go outside. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. So today we're going to talk about vitamin D. We're really going to deep dive into how important it is for you. So most of us know that it kind of helps boost our mood, keeps us from getting those winter blues, you might get in the shorter, colder months where the sun isn't really out as much. And that's definitely a thing that 100% happens, and it has a lot to do with your lack of vitamin D during the winter months. But it also helps your bones stay strong. When I was a kid, when a lot of us were younger, there was a massive campaign for milk. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like they would have the milk mustache. They would take the cup and like drink some, and then they leave the milk mustache. And there was one specifically, I think it was in the cafeteria at the school, Kelly Clarkson maybe, and she had her hair like blowing in the wind, and she had her milk mustache, and it said "Got Milk." It was a huge thing for the milk companies to promote milk, but they were like, you need to drink it for your bones. And yes, that is true. Milk is good for you. Calcium is good for your bones, but I will say that vitamin D is just as important, if not a little more important, for your bone strength. So we definitely want to make sure that we've got lots of that, especially as we get older. We want to make sure that we're getting enough vitamin D to keep our bones strong. We don't want brittle bones. So bone health, mental health, what else? Hormones? Yes, it plays a huge factor in hormone production and honestly just overall well-being. Vitamin D is a star of the show here. So by the end of this episode, I am hoping that you want to run outside, go get in the sun, or go down to your local shop and get some vitamin D supplementation if you know that you're not going to be getting enough from the sun. So, all right, let's start. Well, I guess maybe we've already started, but we're going to start the cool stuff, the extra cool stuff, by talking about something that maybe not that many people are talking about, and that is vitamin D's impact on testosterone production. What? Yes, huge. Some of you may be thinking, oh, well, Victoria, I'm a girl. Why do I care about that? I don't want to be this big buff lady walking around, you know? Here's the thing is, ladies, we do have testosterone, and it's very important for your health. It is just as important for you to have it as it is for any man to have it. We need it for our energy, we need it for muscle strength, we need it for mood regulation, and yes, we also need it for libido, and I don't want you to be sad. So you need it. You need it just as much. And you know what, guys? Hello, if you want to increase your testosterone production, vitamin D. You don't have to buy some weird supplement off the internet that, you know, by the time you read the ingredients off, you've summoned some 1,000-year-old spirit that now you can't get rid of, and he just lives in your house. So instead of doing that, you can just get vitamin D and you'll increase your testosterone production. Pretty cool, natural, no ancient spirits will be summoned. Win-win for everybody, right? So there was actually a study done by researchers in Austria that looked at vitamin D levels and testosterone production. They found that men who had higher levels of vitamin D also had higher levels of testosterone. Pretty cool. And when these guys were supplemented with vitamin D over the course of a year, their testosterone levels increased significantly. So for men, this is more energy, more muscle mass, better mood. These guys could think better. Their mental clarity was so good. And ladies, for them, maintaining healthy testosterone level it was crucial for them as well to build muscle, stay energized, and balance out their hormones. And honestly, this could not be more important, especially right now where, especially in women, we're seeing lots of hormone dysregulation, lots of cycle, the female menstrual cycle. It is out of whack for a lot of people. It is not regular. This is one of those ways that we can help get that back on track, is by making sure that we're getting vitamin D, because it is such an important factor in your hormone production, hormone regulation, and just keeping everything balanced out. All right, so we know it helps with testosterone, but there's some other cool things that it does as well. Like I said earlier, we know that calcium is really good for our bones. It helps with the absorption, keeps them strong, but that's really just surface level stuff. Vitamin D is like the conductor of your body's orchestra, okay? He's regulating your immune system, your mood, and telling your brain how to work. There was a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition that found with people with higher levels of vitamin D had a much lower risk of developing chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. And it's also been linked to better brain function, with research from the University of Cambridge showing that vitamin D helps protect against cognitive decline as we age. Pretty awesome. So not only are we going to age well and stay sharp, but we'll keep a lot of our strength too. Obviously, vitamin D isn't just the only thing that's important for that, but it does help. And anything that helps is good, right? So if vitamin D is so essential, why are so many of us lacking it? Like, what is going on? Well, you probably know the answer to that. I don't think we need to Dora the Explorer this here. First is we're just not getting enough sun. I'm not getting sun right now. I've got these massive curtains closed. Otherwise, you would not be able to see me. I work inside. You probably work inside. Your friends probably work inside. Your parents probably work inside. If you've got kids, they probably work inside too. That's kind of just how our society is, right? We work inside. We're not getting sun. So that's probably the biggest factor. And sunscreen is another big reason that we're lacking in vitamin D. When we do go outside, we're putting sunscreens on, and these are actually blocking our body's ability to produce vitamin D from the sun's rays. Yes, sunscreen's important. No, I don't want you to get a sunburn. No, I don't want you to get melanoma. But I do want you to get some raw sun rays on you without sunscreen. Now, if you look like me, you probably don't need to sit outside for an hour to get what you need from the sun. You could sit outside for 15 minutes, or, maybe even a little less if you need to, like 10, in the sun without sunscreen. I promise you'll be okay. Get the vitamin D. Then you can go sit in the shade, or you can go back in, put your sunscreen on, come back outside. But it really, really is important to get that sun exposure. And depending on how much melanin you have in your skin, you might need to increase that. So instead of 15 minutes, you might need to be out there for 20 25, 30, because you need to get those rays into your skin so that your body can produce the vitamin D. And although we can get vitamin D from food, we're probably not getting enough. If you're eating really fatty fish, if you're eating egg yolks, some like fortified dairy products, you are getting some vitamin D, but it's probably not enough unless you just like, I don't know, drinking a ton of milk. You know what? I bet I know someone who gets enough vitamin D from their food or from milk, and that is my dad. I'm pretty sure he told me that he drinks a gallon of milk a day. A gallon. That's like 4 liters of milk. Now, I can't guarantee that that is actually what he said, but I think I remember him saying that. I'll have to confirm. I'll check back with you guys and let you know if he is actually drinking a gallon of milk a day. That's ridiculous. What? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Do you do that? You should tell me. You should tell me in the comments if you do that. You could be drinking a ton of milk, maybe getting enough vitamin D. Who knows? But the truth is, most of us probably need to be taking a vitamin D supplement in order to be actually reaching the levels that we need. This is especially true if you live somewhere with really long winters, really dark winters, if you've got the weird daylight hours, places that don't see much sun, or if you work inside. You work inside all day, you don't go outside, or you work a night shift. Then you're sleeping during the day. You're really not seeing the sun at all. And, you know, even here in Australia, where the sun is really strong, we still work inside. And people are deficient in vitamin D prevalently here as well. And, you know, like I said, the sunscreen, protecting, all of that. So now that we've established how important it is, let's talk about how much you actually need. For most adults, the recommended daily intake is about 600 to 800 IUs, but that varies on the person, where you live, your skin type, things like that. So there is a good chance that you're probably going to need to take a higher dose to get your levels where they need to be if they've been down. And a lot of health experts will recommend getting your vitamin D levels tested to see where you're at. And that is 100% my recommendation, is to go to your doctor or your homeopath, your whoever is doing your healthcare for you, and tell them that you'd like to have your vitamin D levels checked just to see what they are, see if they're, you know, below what they should be. Are they at a good level? But definitely getting them checked so you can adjust optimally, right? It just kind of helps you get a really clear picture. And then it's also really good so that after a while, after you are supplementing or getting lots of sun exposure, you can go back, have them retested, and compare to where you're at. Have you improved? Hopefully. We definitely don't want to be regressing and going backwards. But yeah, that's 100% my recommendation. I personally take 5,000 IUs every day. At the moment, at the time of this recording, there is no known toxicity of vitamin D. So I'm not saying go out and take like 20, 30,000 IUs a day. That's probably a bit ridiculous. But you can get 5,000 IUs over the counter. That's personally what I take. And a daily supplement of 1,000 to 2,000 is probably good for most people. So, you know, talk to your doctor, nutritionist, whoever. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me about it. I'll put somewhere here. Yes, this is how you can talk to me. If you want me to look at you and tell you, this is how much vitamin D that you need to take. So wrapping this up, I just want to say vitamin D is not something that you want to be deficient in. It will impact you negatively in so many ways. This is one of those things that if you asked me, if you said, Victoria, what is the one supplement that you recommend above anything else? Like, I don't want to take any supplements except for this one supplement. That's all I want. I would say vitamin D. I would 100% say vitamin D. I would take that. If that's the only one you're going to take, just that one. And they're very tiny. They, like, the one that I take is so small. It is little. So if you don't like taking big pills, they make very, very small ones. Yeah, it's good not just for your testosterone, but for your immune system. If your vitamin D levels are low, your immune system is not functioning optimally. Improving your mood, protecting your brain, your heart, your bones. You know, this is like the supplement, the one, right? And the scary thing is most of us are deficient and we don't know. You know, maybe we're feeling really crappy emotionally and we just cannot figure out what it is. Maybe it's vitamin D. There's a good chance that you're deficient in vitamin D. So here's my challenge for you. If you haven't been taking vitamin D or been getting sun exposure, start today. Go outside. Go get some sun. Go out to the big fireball in the sky and say, yes, please give me your, I just remember that spider's up there. Give me your rays. Give me your raw sun rays. And then see how you feel. Yeah, just go a little bit every day. You're probably going to feel better. Your mood's going to be a little better. Be absolutely amazed at physically, mentally, what it can do for you. So, sorry, my face itches. I'm not used to being recorded. I could just have my microphone. I usually stand up and do this, so it's a bit awkward. I'm actually sitting on both of my feet. I probably shouldn't do that because they're going a bit numb. So thanks for sticking around if you've made it this far. I hope that you go get some vitamin D, either from your local shop, start taking a supplement, or if you're going to get enough sun exposure, go get that. So thank you for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think about the video format. I promise these will get better as I go on. This is the first one I've done ever and the first podcast I've done in almost 2 years. So thank you. As always, I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you go out there, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your week coming up. If this is the morning for you, enjoy your day. If this is the night, I hope you sleep so good. So go out there, crush it, take your vitamin D, and have a great freaking rest of your day.